What is up, folks? It's ya boy TV from SMB coming at ya. It's been my third time recording this recap video because I tried to record it like at the end of the day, and I was too fired up. So I was like, all right, I'll re-record it and I'll simmer down a little bit. I'm a little worked up. No need to get so worked up. I'll re-record it. And then the second time, I was also really upset. So third time's a charm, baby. Let's go through the recap. Overall, it was sort of kind of Green Day. I mean, nice continuation of this bull trend that we're in that apparently just will never end. SPY up 0.4%, NASDAQ up 0.8% on the day. Just super duper, soupity doopity. How many times am I going to talk about volume? Another just super low volume melt up kind of day. A little less volume than we had the past few days. But green nonetheless. Bears just are gone. They're just gone. I mean, everyone is throwing their money into the market right now, it seems like, or at least it appears that way. I don't know if that's something to be scared of, or if I should just keep riding the wave until it crashes and I lose $5,000. No. But I'll go through my trades first. I wish I didn't have to do this. I'd rather just forget about today, but that's key. You gotta accept your failure. So first thing, I bought 20 shares of net of Cloudflare because it looks like Cloudflare is ready to do some ripping. I mean, it's been ripping since this level. I wish I bought way back here, but I'm a little late. But you zoom out, and I still have plenty of room to the upside. This thing is a tank, and I think I like it for at least a target of $95. I'm at $80 average. I'm willing to average in. I don't think this will be something I sell. I honestly do think the bottom probably is in on the market. I know it's stupid to predict anything in this stock market, but it's giving me those vibes. The more I just sit through these green days, the more it just seems like things are going up way too high, or this is the greatest bear trap or bull trap that the market makers have ever set, and it's just a mind-blowing bull trap that is going to completely get rug pulled. Who knows? But I'm a little worried about how quickly the market's going up. But anyways, so first trade, I buy 20 of those at about $80 price average. Next trade, a SPY put. I made $2 on it, but it was really just a kind of a speculation play that I grabbed over here because no, that's the wrong day. I grabbed it over here because we opened on gap down. We just filled the gap immediately. Just went straight up, and then we bounced off this level. I grabbed a put. It reversed. I took $2. Woohoo. Next play was the one that really kicked me in the nuts, was a SPY call that I grabbed right here. It looked like SPY was going to dump. I mean, it broke below this level, but that was clearly just a bear trap. I should have known that would be a bear trap. So I sold for a $20 loss on that. We're down $18 on the day. It ripped. It should have been the win of the day. It went up $150. I know. It's the most painful thing ever. It is the most painful thing ever. It's one thing when you enter a trade that's a loser, but it's another thing when you enter a trade that is absolutely a winner and you make it a loser. And that's what I did. So that one hurt a lot. I should have bought another one instead of when I sold that one. So took $20 loss on that. The next big fat L of the day. So this was just one of the worst. I mean, I've said this I've been having just some terrible days recently. I just really need to slow down. I get too in the moment. I'm trying to do too much. I'm FOMOing so hard because I feel like I'm just going to miss this entire rally if I don't. But I just need to just not even care. I don't care if the market keeps rallying or not. I just need to completely remove myself from it, because trying to chase what the market is doing or trying to chase it based on what I predict the market to do is just it's going to be a complete disaster, because I know I'm just going to chase and chase and chase, and the rally's going to slow eventually, and I'm just going to get destroyed. So I just need to quit caring so much about the rally. It's going to end eventually. And what am I just going to not be able to make any money anymore because the market quits rallying? No, I make money on both sides. So I just need to quit FOMOing, because FOMO is the fear that now is the only time I'm going to be able to make money. Right now, if I'm not making money right now, I'm screwed in the future. This was it. This was my chance. But that's not true. There's always money to be made. So anyways, this Netflix trade, just a nightmare. So SPY is going straight up at this point. NASDAQ going straight up. We get a nice bull breakout. So Netflix has a huge gap to the upside, and that means that the market makers know that people like me know about this gap. Of course, we know about the gap. We get a sickening tweezer top candle right here, which if anyone picked that and grabbed a put off of that, that's a huge win. But so Netflix is doing some huge consolidating here. Just consolidate, consolidate. We get a breakout to the upside. We run up to this supply zone, which means that there are still sellers up here because the price was not in agreement up here. This is where the price was not in agreement. Sellers and buyers were not in agreement at this price because there were way more sellers than there were buyers. That means there's still sell orders waiting up there. So when we approach that zone, the sell orders start getting filled and the buy orders end. But this wasn't just a bad loss. It was only $100 or $99 loss, which I don't say only. Like, that's a bad loss for me. I prefer to only do like $30, $40, $50 losses. I can live with those. Those still suck, but if I'm going to take a loss, I'd like it to be at that amount. But I grab my first one. It goes up. I'm up like $30. Could have taken profit, but I'm like, it starts dwindling. I grab another one right about there. I grab another one right about there. And then we just completely dump. And by dump, I mean dump. Like, it goes from 251.74 straight down to 247.60. $247.60. Just crazy. And the entire time, the NASDAQ is doing this. The NASDAQ is going up. It's going up. But Netflix is just going straight down. And the worst part of it all is that I was already in a winning trade on SPY. But I left that winning trade. I turned that trade into a loser to go to a losing trade that I turned into a huge loser. So it's just like, yeah, it's a lot. It's the worst imaginable feeling. It's just so enraging. And I am human. There is no way to not be human. Like, you are going to get annoyed by that to some level. It's not about the fact that I need to not get annoyed. It's that I need to be like self-aware of how like upset I get and how like my feelings are starting to creep into my mind, and I need to be able to deal with that because those feelings are going to happen no matter what. I cannot be like a rock. Like, you cannot see that and not get mad because it is just like so crazy when you see a sell-off like this, especially when the rest of the market is holding up and going up at the same time, but Netflix is going down. So that was my fault. That was a $100 loss. I'm down like 120 on the day. I ended up taking profit on Hut for about $90. I was up on that about 90, I believe. So to offset some of that damage, so all those gains from Hut are just fucking gone because I went on Netflix. So I'm down 30. I take the $60 loss in the Apple put that I basically just bought a speculation because I'm so long. That was my hedge in case the market did eventually rug pull, but now I'm just realizing there just is no reason for a rug pull, at least right now. So I should not be anticipating that, and now lesson learned. So now watch. Now when the market starts to dump, I'm going to be like, hey, I remember last time I shorted, but it didn't go well, and then I'm not going to short. I'm just going to keep buying and buying and buying, and then the market's going to go down, down, down. Anyways, I'm not upset. I've cooled off. Chill, Thomas. And so I did that. Of course, I go back into SPY because I'm so upset. And this has just taught me, I just quit. Why am I even bothering trading any of this shit? Like, I'm getting good at SPY. I don't know why. And the SPY call was the play. Like, SPY was so strong. This is why I trade SPY, because it doesn't matter if one stupid stock like Netflix feels like going down. SPY is its own thing. It's not really its own thing. It's the whole market, basically. 500 of fucking companies. So if they're all in agreement and they all want to go up, why should I be trying to trade a stock that is not, that is going to do its own thing entirely, which I didn't even know about Netflix. I don't know Netflix's like personality as a stock. I'm pretty inexperienced in it. I just know there's a gap to the upside. I know it had a breakout of a flag, and that was all I knew. So I thought that was enough to make a winning trade on it. It could have been, but I was just late to the move, and I should not have been buying more when I was. I turned a loser into a huge loser, which is something you cannot do as a trader. So that's why I'm just going to stick to SPY. But anyway, I go back to SPY. I buy a call. I sell it, of course, at a loss for about 18 bucks. So I'm down like 50 on the day. I buy another Apple call. I sold that for like a $16 loss. And I mean, the SPY call was literally, I was just like infuriated. Like, I was seeing white. I was blind with rage. I'm lucky I didn't do something really stupid, but I know. It's just because I like want to, I put so many hours into this shit, man. Like, I spent my entire Saturday studying, just looking at all these charts, like drawing up my plan. I had a plan, and I just like get so mad that I just throw the plan out the window. And it's just because I want to see results so badly, and I'm just not. It's so like it's like how many hours can I possibly put into this stuff? And then it's like one thing to just put in the hours like charting. Like the charting is something I'm like great at now, but it's like the actual like mindset of when you're in the trade, the execution, the like mental, the discipline you need, the patience you need, all that shit I just like don't have. And it's the thing I'm obviously slacking in. Because I get mad, I try to force a stock to do something I want it to. I'm like, I'm gonna buy more calls, that's gonna make it go up, when I need to just react. And I'm not reactionary, I'm trying to predict things. I'm not just letting the chart show me what it's going to do, because I could see what SPY was going to do. When I see SPY do this, it's like, oh, so clearly SPY wants to go up today. It should just be that simple. But it just is not for me, for whatever reason. In the heat of the moment, it just never is that simple. I'm just always making it harder than it needs to be. So, all in all, it was like a $100 L day. I'm holding an Apple call overnight. This is really risky, but honestly, it's like, it's getting so insane what SPY is doing, or Apple is doing. It's almost like, is this thing ever going to stop going up? Like, it's almost back to its all-time highs. It's unbelievable, and we're breaking out. It's broken out of this resistance. Like, this is a breakout. So I'm buying on a breakout, a very bullish breakout. If it completely reverses on me, then that is just like only the funniest thing I've ever heard of. Like, I feel like the Joker. Like that movie The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, where it's just like, my life is just a big joke at this point now. But I just like the setup, and Apple is just the most bullish stock ever, and it just endlessly is getting more buyers, more buyers, more buyers. That no matter what price, there are just sellers nowhere to be found. It's insane. And so I'm playing a weekly call just because I think this rally is just going to continue. There's no signs of weakening. It's crazy. Like, we haven't gotten a solid red, like 1% red day on SPY in a very, very long time. So I know we're due for one, but I don't know at this point. SPY is running towards its resistance. So I'll talk about that a little bit. SPX, looking at SPX right here, we're running right at this trend line, this dynamic trend line that we have up here. That is obviously our resistance. We're running right at this thing with the 200 moving average, 200-day moving average sitting right there. We're running straight at this thing, full steam ahead. And now the fun thing that I'm seeing here is that this key level that I've been talking about, if we could just run up, break that level, tap that line, and completely reject, or that could be where we break through that, and it just is. I mean, it's hard to believe SPY could keep up this momentum. It's almost impossible, but I've seen crazier shit happen. And it doesn't matter the macro situation. FOMC could give us some bad news. I don't think it's going to be bad enough. I honestly think the Fed, this is not good for like a dovish Fed, because now the Fed is like, they're seeing what the stock market's doing, and they're like, holy shit, we could keep jacking up rates for the next 2 years. Like, this is all the market is doing. It's down, what, now SPY is down like 12%. Like, it's just crazy. They're sitting there just like, man, we could keep jacking up rates forever. So that's why I think that they're probably not thrilled with the way the market is reacting, because its reaction to this, to what Powell said, has just been completely just unchained, unhinged, is just going insane. So SPY is just running right towards its resistance. The NASDAQ, I believe, has already... Yeah, it's already closed that. So NASDAQ is just in full-on bullish breakout. Who knows where it's going to stop. I could see maybe a rejection at this level at 137 on the NASDAQ futures, which that would basically be about right here at 335 on the Qs. But like, your guess is as good as mine. It is just full steam ahead on the NASDAQ. It's unbelievable. Just really low volume, though, is the only thing I'm thinking, and that just like worries me. When you see volume trending down so much, it's just like, it's very concerning. It's hard to ignore, even though it's not like a noticeable like trend, but it's like a steady just trend down. And this is volume that we'd see, like, I mean, back in the bull market, this is the kind of volume we'd see, like 36 million shares on the NASDAQ, just steady, nice, clean, low volume, steady melt up. But yeah, anyways, VIX also, the VIX spiked up hard this morning, but completely dumped from there. Like, it spiked up all the way to almost 21 for whatever reason, and then it just dumped. So VIX is just not giving up. VIX is holding on. I think it might spike on Wednesday, or it might tank on Wednesday. Your guess is as good as mine. We are in a falling wedge. It's kind of a bullish setup when you break out of the upside of these, but it's the VIX, so it's not really adherent to your standard sort of rules. But yeah. So that was the day. Not a good one. Just got to practice on my discipline, on my the discipline and the patience. Really, those are I just on these slow melt up days. Like, I don't know why, but I'm just like sitting here and I'll watch my contract go up like $10, $20, $30 over like a few hours, and I just get like so impatient. I'm just like, I need more gains right now, and I don't know. That's really the root of the cause. I'm not disciplined enough, so. These are only things that you can work on. It takes very, very long to get good at these things, so that's where I'm at. But yeah, drop a comment if you're struggling too. No, just kidding. But tomorrow we know it's going to be choppy. I might be the bigger man and just not even come on, honestly. I might just ignore the stock market tomorrow. I think it's the best thing I could possibly do. I know the market's not going to tank tomorrow. I know that. If it does, if it is a bear trap, if it does, but I might just not even touch it. Like, I have my worst days on these days leading up to big catalyst news like FOMC, anything FOMC. The days before that, if FOMC is ever on a Wednesday, or the minutes is on a Wednesday like it is this week, then I know that Monday and Tuesday are complete chop fests for large cap stocks. So I don't know how many times I've lost too much money on those days, but I do it over and over and over again. I just did this last CPI. I did it today, and I just do not need to do it. So I think it is the best thing for the biz if I just don't do it. And that is, I think that's me growing, and I don't think that's a hot take, really. That's me learning from my mistakes. I don't know how many times I can get roasted. I mean, completely roasted on these days that lead up to the FOMC meetings. That are just complete nightmares. Like, this is Monday right here on SPY. I'll show you what I'm talking about. SPX. This is Monday on SPY. Looking at the where we at? Thursday. Oh yeah. So this was Monday on SPX. Just nothing. Just nothing. And I tried to trade this. I tried to make money on this. And it was impossible. And I know tomorrow's going to do that. That is one of the few things you can count on, is that the day leading up to big news is going to be a chop fest. And I'm already sitting on a bunch of money worth of stuff. I got calls, so if it's bullish, it's going to go up. If not, I'm just going to buy the dip. And yeah. But this is me learning. This is the bigger man. Like, I think at some point, in my trading journey, I might get to a point where I am good enough to actually make money on those kind of days. But right now, I know for a fact I'm not, and I'm not getting any better at even trying to. So, just gonna fucking say F it. I'm done with that. So, anyways, that's the recap, guys. Tune in. I'll drop a video definitely tomorrow about what happens if I do take any trades, but I'm very much considering just not. We'll see. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Peace.